tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles for their first drive, led out by their quarterback in his 5th year in Philly, Carson Wentz.
And when I think of Carson Wentz in his first 4 years in the league, I kind of look at him as bookends because his first year as a rookie, he started all 16 games. The next 2 years, beset by injuries, but last year started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First, I remember they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. For the Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown had 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The 6-yard line.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the 2nd most in his career. 31 touchdown passes, and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got it at the 15.
Wilson.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Seahawks nothing.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
To number 14,
a 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Wentz now on first down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The ball carrier.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Goal line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 27. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He'll find Metcalf. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Complete.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
First down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Wilson.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. To throw again is Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. Wilson will throw again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And the Seahawks.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's second and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. and welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from quarterback Carson Wentz. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter from the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On first down, Carson, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11. This is Carson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Carson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. From the gun, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
For Dallas Goedert, incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Wentz. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's good.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first down, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Wilson and the Seahawks down 21-14. A minute 54 on the clock. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. He's back to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw.
It's a pickup.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Returning it is Moore. Tonight for Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.